Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. Last time we found the last surviving member of the Odari Craftworld Cruderak who is still alive in this spire, and he is right there behind us. Now we have to take him to the webway and find a way out of this dark city. But to do that, we're going to have to go through this person's family member, and he really wants to be the one who kills them. So let's see if we can make that happen. I have also, just between episodes, cured all of the traumas that our characters had. And the reason I did that is just because I was going to do it anyway and thought we'd save ourselves a couple of seconds just clearing that up.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I accidentally clicked on somebody. Let's head up this way. All the way over here. All the way over here. And all the way up here. Right, so this appears to be a mostly straight path to the end. Keeping an eye out for traps, keeping an eye out for loot, keeping an eye out for random Medicaid checks.
I'll learn from this
which
mistake.
We failed. Oh no, we actually got a reroll. I forgot we have rerolls and everything, so 65 is actually really high with a reroll. We just so happened to fail it twice. With the exact same roll. Huh? We got an 89 twice? That's interesting. That to me makes me wonder whether it actually does a reroll or whether it just fails, but we'll see. The view of the intertwining and intricate passageways of the labyrinth fascinates and draws the eye. Okay, more goods. Usually next to goods would be some kind of trap, like usually around here-ish, and then there'd be some way of disarming it. Nope. Okay. It's just a long passageway, which is making me a little nervous. These are... Wait, is this not usually the terminal that controls a trap?
Is there money to be made?
Not in this case.
What is that?
Also a very weird noise he made
done.
for finding the trap. That weird sniffing noise. Okay, this takes us to the main hall. Well, this has to be a fight, right? Like one big fight in the main hall? It's gotta be. It just makes sense. Let's see if that's what we're going to. It's also a very quick load, which makes me think the area is not very large. If that makes sense. Like, one fight arena. I clicked OK.
What's a peculiar thing?
Ah, it was processing that. Ah, no, this is the one out of the loading screen, I think.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Couple of tormented captives over
Always
there.
keep your eye on the prize.
Couple of Kabalite shooters there. Walk straight
Attention to
forward.
detail is the key to success.
Grab the loot. Quick save. Is this going to be one big fight all the way to the end? I don't think so.
There's no waste
Probably a
time
little
with
fight on the way.
pleasantries.
You are in a dangerous spot there, my friend. Disable the trap.
This is intriguing. I always get the job done.
Disable the trap.
I will wipe your disgusting
Yeah, that was a little
presence
risky.
out of existence.
That is a lot of witches.
Frightened prey.
Okay.
Tantalizing.
And some over there. So, Jai, immediately I'm thinking you're going to spend your time here. Earliette, you're going to spend your time here. We're going to spend our time over here for now. Ulfar would be better... Well, he'd be better here. And then you kind of want a Marazai Abelard combo over this side. Start. So, immediately I want to put this so it hits both of them. So, except I want that to be the rear one. You two can have dodge. Okay. You two can have dodge.
I am ready for whatever comes.
You can have frontline. You're going to make your way back here. We're going to... I should have combat locust something, but that's okay. We do actually want to use all the areas. So, well, I guess we could have combat locust turn 1. Yeah. We should have done that.
I'll make
Increase
it
our
happen.
allies' damage. Maybe just take a shot. In theory, we might kill a tormented captive by doing this. Yeah, okay, if I'm going to do that, let's increase our cover efficiency. Surefire plan to increase our damage. And then, shoot.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, he dodged and the person behind him died. Okay. Easy start here. Buff
Don't get too cocky.
because you're about to have a turn. Can I see these guys? I can. Perfect. I want you to set doing this. Yeah, I want you to set that one as your target.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay, there's a reason I chose that one. Then I want to increase early
Am I
X
getting paid
damage,
for this?
and I want to give her a turn.
Don't get too cocky.
Right, do we have anything powerful here? We have a Hecatrix on that side, and we have one on this side as well. So you're probably prey.
This tedium is beneath me.
Then I just want to check something. Yep. You're prey. And you're
I
prey.
am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Nice. Then I want to piercing shot. Call the bolt.
If it serves your cause.
And fire. Oh!
Can't be over.
I didn't realize we were gonna get the last one as well. And shoot these two.
Another soul slips beyond
Wonderful.
the veil.
And then, just for your next turn,
I understand
Shoot.
your intent.
we can now give another turn to somebody. I think we hold off. End turn. Immediately we shoot.
My vengeance.
We're then going to put more
If
stacks
it
on
serves
them.
your cause.
Call the bolt. Claim the bounty.
If I must. No weakness is
Oh, I
hidden
didn't quite
from
get
my
him.
sight.
Oh no. Alright, shoot him.
If it serves your cause.
Wonderful.
I hear you moving.
And another
No
kill.
more.
They barely have anyone left. I mean, there's no reason for these guys to run over here, really, but okay. Set that as your target.
I'll make you howl.
That's fine. What's your Lord Xenos? 70. That might be enough. Disable the trap. Alright, move all the way over here. Please, disable the trap.
You delegate
Okay.
this menial task to me
Charge.
with grace and malice. What a useless plaything.
Oh, I forgot to do
Broken
the thing where he
already.
hurts himself. That's okay. And then
It is
elusive
handy.
shadow. Make himself not a priority target. Okay. They're not even going to attack him. Because he's so low priority. Wonderful.
Your death is approaching.
Ulfar? This is really as far as you can... No, you can go further than that, right? For some reason it's not letting him go here. Why when I clicked here did it move him over there? What's up with that?
See how the wolf succeeds.
Okay. Well, shoot.
So it shall.
He does seem to not work in some areas. Have you noticed that? Like, he tends to have issues actually progressing into areas.
I don't like that.
Shoot.
None can do it.
My revenge will be delectable.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll
See
wildfire.
how the wolf succeeds.
Should I have switched to this first? Maybe. There we go. Shoot.
So shall it be.
Okay, that'll do. You can make it into this area,
A
though.
tactically sound
Oh, it's
approach.
because it's kind of oddly shaped, so there isn't a direct 4 path all the way through. Because he would have to... Ah, I see. Look at this. It's 1 path. So he is too big to get through here with that current cover. If I destroy the cover, though, now he can get through there. Okay, I understand what was going wrong. Okay. Charge. Oh, they parried. defensive
At your beck and
stance.
call.
Wonderful. Okay, they're running in with some combat stims. They're running in with combat stims. Hecatrix.
Pain and duty go ahead.
That's fine.
Let them tremble.
This one runs forward.
Is that all you've
That's
Your
okay.
heart out for this. Pain is all.
Not an issue.
I am a prey taker.
Nice
Just
dodge.
a minor setback.
Okay.
A mere pain won't stop me.
Move front line to here.
On it.
Followed by getting out of the way slightly.
I
Joint
don't need
analysis.
luck. I have strategy.
Killzone stratagem. Stronghold stratagem.
I'll make it happen.
Surefire plan. Just shooting them stratagem.
Who if not me? You should have
There
thought
we go.
twice before crossing
Nice.
me.
Jai, you are going to give early at another
I hold
turn.
all the cards.
I was kind of hoping that her in my sights would activate, but I guess it doesn't activate on extra turns. That's okay. Right, let's start with this.
This tedium is beneath me. I deal death with my hands.
Nice, that seems pretty good. Kill this one.
If it serves your cause, another soul slips beyond the
Wonderful.
veil.
Could do this as well to try and kill another, but I don't think we need to. Do this.
If I must.
Right. Head over here. We're going to boost up Marazai.
You've got a problem. I've got a price.
I'm going to set that one as your
Tell me,
target.
and it is done.
I'm then going to increase Marazai's damage. I can't, because he's out of range, apparently. Doesn't seem possible. Because he... well, yes, he is just out of range. Can you move over here and increase his damage? Yeah, there we go.
Living on the edge.
I thought this was... oh, it must... This one isn't an officer ability. That'd be its master tactician. Because, yeah, officer abilities can be used from any range as long as they have voice of command on them, I believe.
Don't get too cocky.
There we go. Have a turn, Marazai. Let's start with kill this one. Nice. Kill this one.
A perfect killing strike.
And Elusive Shadow. Cool.
Bring it on.
You're then good.
I deal death with my hands.
That's what we're looking for. We got another level up there. Right. Claim the bounty.
I am not your Xenos pet. Another soul slips beyond the
Wonderful.
veil.
That gets me another prey
if it
there,
serves your cause.
which we can then use Call the Bold on. And then shoot.
I understand your intent. Ancestors guide
Nice.
me.
Then, in my sights on that one, I guess. Not that that will activate, but, you know,
Bring agony.
it's worth having just in case. You killed one of your remaining teammates. Teammates? That's probably the wrong term, but anyway. Let's make an opening here. Go to this side. And hit him.
Slow and painful is the way.
Nice. Can you charge over here? Not quite, but almost.
Don't distract me.
Charge.
Behold.
You will pay for this.
Then we want to do... wait, dispatch main weapon.
I mark my path with ruin.
Okay,
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
wander along here.
I always keep my
Go
options
round
open.
him. Disable the trap.
That's how it's done.
Nice. Grab the loot. Grab the loot. There we go. Wonderful. Bizarre steel emanates a subtle humming sound. As you listen, you feel your head is about to tear apart in unbearable agony. As if the sound is resonating with something in your mind. Another Lore Xenos
Success
check.
is the only outcome I accept.
In front of you is part of a Xeno device that controls the traps in this deadly place. Ah, okay. This side.
Is it wargled or a trap?
Disable the trap.
I
Cool.
always get the job done.
Grab the loot.
Keep your wits
Thank
about
brass
you.
for my
disable the
sharp
trap.
senses.
Just as I planned.
Okay, what's this? There are faintly visible field lines on the smooth surface, probably some sort of power system. Travantius the Machinator.
Let us not dawdle.
What did we discover? Another trap here. Okay,
That's how it's done.
love it. We are going to level up before we move on, by the way. I just want to make sure we have everything
Is
first.
there money to be made?
Assuming a trap on this side. Yep,
What is
that's
that?
what we were looking for.
Success
That
is the
is the
only
person who
outcome
imprisoned
I
you. You can
accept.
smell Ulfar. But before we go on any further, it's time to level up to level 37, which means that we get another, well, we get a skill and we get a second type architect talent, which is going to involve a little bit of looking at it, but that's okay. So you can choose any skill. Honestly, I mean, well, we passed every logic test we have with no issue. Lore Imperium we mostly pass. I almost want to take Medicae right now just so that we can pass it without having Pascal here. Maybe even Tech use for the same logic, but I think going forward, Lore Xenos we obviously pass every test. If we take Lore Warp, we're the only person who does it. I mean, we're also the only person that does logic, but that is higher currently. Let's take Lore Warp. And then we get a second tier archetype talent. So second tier means we can take any of these ones, which are all of our, these are our origin ones, I believe, that we can take here. So if we wanted to use Surefire Plan, by the way, more, we would take Contingency Plan. That allows you to have an extra stack per turn, so you can use one per turn. We don't have that just because there's no real reason to take it. That's fine. So these are our Grand Strategist ones. Interesting. Well, we have got a lot better at using the zones than we were when we started Grand Strategist. So let's just see whether there's anything we can take. If there are more enemies and allies in the frontline area, all allies gain 3+ something parry and dodge. That's fine. If it's the other way around, if there are more allies than enemies, they gain damage. Okay. That's just frontline. Using a stratagem on a backline area grants allies in the area critical hit chance against enemies they are protected from cover from. Using a stratagem on the frontline area grants them increased dodge against other allies' attack. No. Willpower resistance tests forced by overwhelming stratagem are made with 5 + 2 times int bonus plus fel bonus penalty. So that is currently 11, 22, 27 penalty. Okay. Enemies in the same combat tactics area with the Grand Strategist suffer a penalty. We're not usually in the areas. Using a stratagem on the rear area also makes all allies in that area the enemy's lowest priority targets. We have seen that that's pretty good. The only problem is that they shouldn't be being attacked at all, just from where we position people. Using a stratagem on a combat tactics area grants all allies in the area 6 deflection against the next melee hit they suffer. Potentially good. If there are no enemies in the backline area, the first attack made that turn by every ally in that area costs 1 less. So that would give Argenta 1 less AP on her attacks most of the time. It will allow us to have 1 less attack if we're sitting in it. It will allow us... I mean, 1 AP less means that actually for our main character, if he sits in the backline area a lot of the time, he's going to end up getting a free attack on each of his turns. I kind of like that. Yeah. Like, be able to use all the other abilities and get an attack. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I don't need that one. That's moving. Don't need the first stratagem in the turn being used a second time for 0 AP. it's basically not worth doing. Every time allies under the effect of Stronghold Stratagem have suffered an injury, they gain temporary wounds instead. Okay, that's fine. Allies gain the ability to reposition the combat tactics area they are currently in at the cost of 1 AP. Potentially good. It would allow us to move things like the backline area along with... Like, say we wanted Argenta to have the backline area. She could move that with her. It would also allow someone like Marazai to potentially drag the same backline area along with him, right? So he could drag the dodge area with him, and then if we were to take the thing that gave him like 1 attack less, potentially you could do something interesting with that. You could say, okay, his attack is 1 AP less, because he's using the AP to move the zone, which then gives him more dodge. Right? There's definitely something to that. Allies, including the Grand Strategist, in the same combat tactics area with the Grand Strategist, gain a bonus to perception and agility, so that is a +5. Okay. I mean, that's fine. All combat tactic area... I mean, it's more useful if it was frontline, because it's a bigger area. All combat tactics bonuses are increased by int bonus plus fel bonus divided by 2% if the area was not moved for 2 rounds. So that'd be mostly applied to the rear area. Every time a combat tactics area is affected by a stratagem, all allies in that area gain 1 MP for the following turn. So you could maybe put 4 on one area at a time. I don't think we need that much movement. All allies in the rear area are healed by medikit. We don't use medikits. Enemies in the rear area gain critical hit chance. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, right? Critical hit chance, but people who are in the rear area already get crits every single turn. Each time the Grand Strategist uses a stratagem, they gain a stack of strategic perfection effect. At 6 stacks of strategic perfection, the next stratagem applies all benefits of all grand strategies known by the Grand Strategist, and then all stacks are removed. Double-edged sword, if you have combat locust, that means that it will also apply that, thereby removing all other areas. Using a stratagem on a combat tactics area for a second time in a turn refunds 1 AP. Don't think we need that. I like this one. 1 AP less in the backline area for attacks, if there are no enemies in it. I think that's pretty good. And then I actually do like taking personal combat zone afterwards. Okay, cool. Abelard. Yours is probably going to be Carouse. Yep, it's Carouse. Then we go down here, and these are some more of his Vanguard stuff. So we did actually go through most of the Vanguard stuff we wanted. I think we stopped taking it. That's the thing. I mean, this is kind of cool. But I don't think we need that. Vanguard gains stuff against priority targets. Allies affected by the Vanguard's abilities gain fel bonuses. If an enemy that considers the Vanguard a priority target enters a cell adjacent to the Vanguard, the enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. I would imply we're going to use Taunt more. That's a fel one. All enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard suffer a penalty to dodging its attacks except the Vanguard's. Okay. But it's a fel bonus thing. While the Vanguard has at least 1 ally in a 2-cell radius, the Vanguard gains parry. While Bulwark is active, the Vanguard counts as full cover for their allies and grants adjacent allies stacks of Unyielding Beacon divided by 2 damage deflection against ranged attacks. That's potentially fine. I actually don't think we need any of that. What other stuff have we got? If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first archetype ability used each combat by this character costs 1 AP less. So that'd be a Vanguard ability. No Heresy is interesting, because he doesn't need to have Lore Xenos or Lore Warp. And their allies gain half the bonus, so we get 5 critical hit and 5 armor against Xenos or demonic creatures, which I think we're going to face a lot more of. That could be good. Whenever an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally of such an ability, the resolve is increased by spell bonus divided by 2 for 1 round. So like by 2. I think No Heresy is good. Yeah, what else have we got here? Brace for Impact allows the Navy officer to use any ranged weapon in threatened areas, knocks enemies prone, and pushes them 1 cell away. All allies gain a benefit to cover protection. Navy officer also permanently gains plus 15% to cover penetration. All allies only suffer half damage for all attacks of opportunity. All allies gain an extra turn with 0 AP and 3 MP. Increase the cover efficiency by 20% for 1 round. Targets can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures during this extra turn. I guess I'm gonna take Covering Bulwark. I don't know. His doesn't seem that good. Unless I'm gonna really boost his fellowship, it doesn't seem very good. Anyway, that's fine. Here. You get 1. Yours is awareness. Yup. Okay. And then you get 1 more of these. I didn't take Savor the Kill. Whenever prey that is not being trailed is killed by an ally, the bounty hunter gains an extra turn with half their MP and AP. They cannot attack during this extra turn, but I guess could use In My Sights. That's kind of useful. Whenever the bounty hunter's prey deals damage to a bounty hunter's ally, the bounty hunter gains prey's difficulty tier % damage against that prey for 2 rounds, and it stacks. That could be really good against bosses, right? You stick this on a boss. They, let's say, do their 4 attacks against Abelard. They're a tier 6 boss, say. 24% well, it would be 24% damage. That's pretty good. For 2 rounds, and then if they do it in the next round, that's another 24%, so you get you to 48%. Yeah, I think that seems pretty good. Let's take Retaliate. I can see a world where that's used, which is basically where I've got to with the tier 2 ones. I'm like, if I can see a world where we can use it, I'll take it. I mean, yours seems like it should be athletics. It could also be carouse though. Hear me out, I'm going to go carouse. I know we just took that on Abelard like 2 seconds ago. But the reason I'm taking it is that gives us someone else who has carouse and who we could potentially take. I think that makes a level of sense. Second tier archetype. Is there anything we want here? Whenever that's whenever they attack someone that has something reduced. Just seeing if we have anything that makes any sense. Yeah. Any of the burst attacks and melee attacks reduce dodge of all enemies hit by 8%, but it doesn't stack. The Archmilitant gains 1 stack of versatility whenever an ally grants the Archmilitant an extra turn. Maybe. The Archmilitant gains 3% bonus to critical damage for every stack of versatility. That's critical damage, that's armor for every stack of versatility. Armor is really good actually, that could allow us to have an insane amount of armor. Yeah, you know what, let's take Dependable. 2% bonus to armor for every stack of versatility. I'm going to take that one as well, just because I think that one could also be good. The one that gives you critical damage. That means our armor is going to go up really high, because we get 2% for every stack of versatility. We're sitting there with like 20 versatility, we're getting 40% armor, we have 115 armor. That's pretty good. Marazai. What do you do? Demolitions. Yeah. There we go. Now, you know what's really annoying is we do know what ones we want on Marazai, but I actually took them off the list because we were, we went, nah, I'm not going to go with that. We want the one that gives him the extra AP. Whichever one that was. I do use elusive speed a lot though. Which is quite nice. Just seeing, where is it? Leave no witnesses, lethal concentration, not that one. This does 7 damage. I mean, it's potentially okay, because, you know, we do use that every turn. 7 damage on it isn't necessarily needed. First use of an assassin ability causes 0 AP each turn. Yeah, that one's good. The other one was up here, wasn't it? Did I already take it? There was another one that gave us 1 AP whenever we used a thing. That's what I want to just check here that we got. Aim for the opening gives you this. Not that one. Not leave no witnesses. Not this one. Whenever the assassin deals 5 or more direct damage to an enemy, we don't tend to deal that much direct damage. Whenever the assassin hits for an attack that has 100 or lethality or greater for the first time in a round, the assassin immediately regains the AP spent for that attack. Yes, this is the one we want. Mortally effective. Because that makes charge cost you 0. Because our lethality is always over 100. Yeah. So that means that instead of it costing 2 AP, it costs 1 AP. Sorry, it costs 0 AP. That's the one we want. I knew there was something in there that we wanted. Okay. Persuade, commerce, or something else. Probably persuade. That seems good. And then stuff in here. She could do with some more AP. Also, well, no heresy, actually. Yes, she could do with that. To see if we have anything else that she could do. If she has something that nobody else has. Quite often she will, so that could potentially be her AP. You can increase resolve of people by fell bonus divided by 2 for 1 round. That's pretty good, because she uses non-damaging abilities all the time. All allies have dodge against attacks made by allies. I don't really like those ones. I'd prefer just to position correctly. Every critical hit scored by the hero's footsteps. The master tactician immediately... Oh, that's the one where a heroic act gets used and she gets an extra turn. Let's see if we have anything else in here. These are all resolve gains. That's a resolve thing. Whenever you heal, if the momentum is high, then the first burst fire air attack used by a tactician in this turn costs 1 less action point, but that requires you to have 125 momentum, which you probably won't have because you'll use a heroic act. The target of Inspire gains 5 additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage until the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn, so they get an extra bonus. Let's take doing my part. As long as we don't have her in a party with Cassia, that will give her an extra AP a turn. And if we do have her in a party with Cassia, then we have 2 people giving everyone extra turns, and, well, you know, that'll make up for it. Right. Save. That wasn't too bad. Kind of got what we were looking for there.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Head up this way.
What do we have here?
Another trap. Disarm.
I always get the job done.
Just because I'm trying to clear out this place methodically,
I always keep my options.
Let's go around
open.
the other side and disable the identical trap on this side. I just realized you can move the camera with Q and E. Only realized because I accidentally hit Q there and moved the camera. Oh, there isn't a trap on this side.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Okay.
Keep a sharp eye.
Ooh. Loot. A medikit. Wonderful. That must be for people who don't have infinite numbers of medikits. What do you mean infinite numbers of medikits? I have 37 of the really good medikit that removes traumas. I have 52 medikits. I have a plain medikit which for some reason does not fit into the 52 other ones. I also have 27 large medikits, 2 gladiator healing kits, and that's not including what the party currently have equipped. So yes, for all effective purposes, medikits are an unlimited resource.
Is there money to be made?
Hello. The homunculus looks up from the control panel and gazes at you with disdain from the other side of the impenetrable force screen. You survived, specimen. What a woeful lack of ability to follow orders. You were supposed to die, be it in the arena or in the chasm. However, the servants of Iziresh will soon remedy your blunder. Hello, Tervantius. I have not missed you either. Attacking him seems like a bad idea, given he's behind, an impenetrable force screen. Specimen, as you might have noticed. The homunculus's limbs simultaneously gesture at the massive construct supporting the force field around him. This version of the Stifler blocks both the energy that bleeds in from beyond the veil and any attempts to intrude inside its range. Your attempt at conversing is pointless. Simply continue on the way to your demise and do not disturb me. Ulfar's voice turns quiet and insinuating, and a smile plays on his lips. Yes, you are safe for now. But as soon as you step out from behind this field, who knows in what shadowy corner will catch you. Any step outside could mean your death. Then again, perhaps you will not come out. You might sit here for a day or two, a month, a year, forever, sitting and trembling. A small, frail inhuman trapped in a prison of his own toys and fear. Which of us is in a cage now? Gervantius' face stiffens into a mask of contempt, but his working limbs begin to twitch nervously and his chest heaves with a mechanical creak as if he is suddenly running out of air. Examine the construct. The Stifler is enormous and resembles the devices you've seen before. There is no doubt that his purpose is to suppress warp manifestations. However, you notice a few details that are of step with the construct's otherwise typical Drukhari design. Several of its parts were made from a material foreign to Komarag and fused into its frame by an unknown force. Apparently the iconoclast one is to just leave him alone, so until our next meeting, Tervantius. Actually, wait a second. While I'm here, do you happen to have any special equipment reserves left? No, monkey, no more handouts. Until our next meeting, Tervantius, it will be your last. A faint smile crosses the Xenos' face. Farewell, monkey. Okay, well there was not much we could do about that, but that did give us 20 iconoclast points, which means that we are very close to fanatic on this one. Which is great, because then it'll unlock more iconoclast things that we can do. Apparently some things are iconoclast locked through the game, as they are dogmatic locked or heretically locked on each of the paths, and certain paths forward in the game are locked by them, so it is important that we get these points. Hello. Alright. I was just seeing whether we could speak to him again and just farm 20 points each time for letting him live, but not in this case. I might have done that. That I don't think would have made a huge impact on the game had we done it. It would have just locked us on the iconoclast path, which I think would be good. Grab these goods.
This could be an opportunity.
Another trap. Well, go get it.
That's how it's done.
Right, so we now know that that leads into the center there. I know that we're running backwards and forwards. There's a really good reason for it. Is to make sure we don't miss anything. Like via a cutscene.
None are better at searching.
I always keep my options open.
Get this one.
Success is the
or
only
miss
outcome
anything
I
that could be
accept.
useful to us in the next fight. A biomancy staff. Oh, cool. The wearer's attacks of opportunity deal additional 10 toxic damage. If the wearer was attacked with an attack of opportunity, the attacker also suffers toxic damage. Armor against ranged attacks. The wearer gains 4 damage against enemies who have no adjacent allies. Only applies to the first projectile in a burst attack. Also, the range of the wearer's dash and charge abilities is increased by 1 cell. Maybe an Argenta thing? The wearer grants the wearer 10 parry and 10 to area attack damage. It really thinks you're going to use area attack damage on Marazai. There is definitely a build that they are like, If you're going this for Marazai, we got the stuff for you.
I am waiting for the day when the Edfather tires of you, pet Xenos. And on that day, I will personally throw you out of an airlock.
Which Xenos?
But no order has been given, and you have not laid so much as a finger on me. So tell me, which of us is the pet?
Ah, that Xenos. It made more sense, but I was thinking it doesn't really narrow it down. We actually technically have 3 following us currently, so, you know,
I sense something nearby.
we have the other Farseer with us. So, can we disable that? No, because you can't figure out a way to path here. That's fine.
Just as
But yeah, it didn't narrow things down a lot. Well, that's definitely cover if I've ever seen cover. So, is this where we're fighting? Or is this just a path to the next place to go?
I always have a backup plan.
Okay. Yet another trap. They like their traps. I also
That's
love how
how
he
it's
wanders
done.
into every single trap. It's very funny. Okay, well this is
Is
not
there money to be made?
that is
Sight of
not
something?
half cover apparently that you hide behind. It's just
I will lead
just
us
scenery.
to fortune. Let us not dawdle.
oh well, it fizzled. That's fine. Whatever. Don't care. If it fizzled, it's fizzled. We don't need to worry about that. It's only 12 XP per thing, so not a lot. By the way, we're about a quarter of the way to the next level already. Ah, yeah, this is just a platform that will take us to the fight arena. The elevator is controlled by unknown mechanisms that the human mind seems unable
Keep
to
your
comprehend.
wits about you.
I think we're ready to go. Let's go. Saving the game is impossible. Just as a notice, it's impossible. We couldn't possibly save the game here. Big fight arena?
I always keep my
Every area
options
we walk
open.
into, is this an area for fighting? Nope. Not yet. Alright, grab the goods over here. This one. The spires of Komarag pierce the darkness
Rise
like
to the
needles
top,
through living
or
flesh.
get left in the dust.
Okay, this side. More goods. Again, we're going to have a lot of heretic trophies to sell at the end of this. A lot. Oh? What are you doing here? Ah, he's reflecting over his choice to leave? Or no? Marazai spends several minutes rifling through the items on the table until he stops, having noticed something. With a satisfied growl, he draws a long, pliable spiked whip from the pile. You hear a crack, and an icy blue glow ripples out across the whip's smooth surface, with a slight crackling sound. I did not find my shadow field generator, and my toxin kit is gone too. But at least I have found my favorite toy. The Drukari shows you his find. Do you know what this is, Malachi? Humanity has similar tools for livestock and peasants. I doubt your kind is capable of such a sophisticated creation. Most likely it is a crude copy. An agonizer. An electrical disintegrator that acts upon the nerve impulses. This particular one is too fine a piece to be used in combat, but in a torture chamber. The Drukari hefts the whip, clearly familiar with the feel and weight in his hand. An exquisite instrument of pain. Total impulse control. It can deliver sensations as subtle as a whisper or incinerate synapses. Why is this thing so important to you? Why? It is a priceless artifact that belongs to me, and I have reclaimed it before my kin managed to steal it. It is property of the Reaving Tempest that must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the other cabals. And when we dispose of Arimis, the spire will certainly come under attack. And lastly, I can indulge in a little sentimentality, can't I? You may keep it. Marazai weighs the whip in his hand once more and gives you an appraising look. At last he says softly, "Do you want to try it out, Malachi? A little demonstration?" His eyes dart to your arm. Do it. Alright, I'm game for a laugh. Marazai swings his arm without hesitation and the agonizer's flexible tail wraps around your wrist. At first you feel nothing, then a fiery flower of agony blooms in your heart, sending poisonous roots along your veins and into every corner of your body. Your vision darkens, you gasp for air, your knees threaten to buckle beneath you, and then the pain recides like a tide, leaving behind the crazed pounding of your heart and aftershocks dancing in your nerve endings. The Drukhari's eyes glitter with delight and mockery. That was minimal power, barely any at all, I would say. Did you really think I would be in such a hurry to break my new toy? Let us go. I no longer have any desire to wander the spire. Ooh, that finished his quest, the Path of the Drukhari. I hope that wasn't a bad thing to encourage his... encourage what he wanted to do. I do know that our allies do listen to us and act upon what we say, so maybe encouraging him was a bad move. Maybe we should have been weeding him off torture. Well, we'll see.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Does that mean we're almost done here, by the way? Just in terms of what other things we need to do? Yes, that's fine. Wait, go escort the Farseer. Yes, all we have to do is let Marazai deal the final blow to Arimis. And that's it. Saving. I think we're clear. I just want to double check no traps over here. Nope. Okay. Let's go up. Big fight arena? Big fight arena? Maybe. Although it's not really a fight arena, it's a bit small for the fight. Ooh, another portrait. Arimis gazes at you. The two of you lock eyes for the first time, an icy darkness churning in her stare. Worm, insect, you have the nerve to stand before me again. You should have gasped your last breath long ago. Very well, I will rid this arrogant monkey of his final breath myself. The Archon's gaze shifts away from you to Marazai. A venomous smile spreads across her face. My former Drakon, my inept executioner, have you found yourself a new master? Marazai draws his weapon in a single fluid motion. Before your soul perishes in the maw of she who thirsts, I will teach it pain, the kind of pain you have never known in the whole of your existence, sister. What about you, child of Krudarak? How does it feel to know that you could not save yourself, your family, or your precious craft world? Earliette's spirit stone flashes on her chest and the ranger's hands tremble on the grip of her rifle. Your death will give me no joy, Archon Arimis, but it may give peace to the spirits of my kin. I see you've taken Tervantius under your wing. Again. The homunculus may play as many of his little games in the arena as he pleases. I am satisfied with what he provides for the ranks of the Cabal. That makes him valuable enough to spare his life. All those craft world fragments, all those prisoners, was it all worth it, Xenos? Spare yourself the struggle of comprehending the meaning behind my deeds, wretched creature. Krudarak was to be the key to my power, my key to power, the likes of which the Reaving Tempest could only dream of. Majesty is mine alone to claim, and I will claim it. No, Archon, you are destined for retribution. Blood for blood. I cannot destroy your entire cabal as you destroyed Kudarak, but I have the strength to cut off the snake's head. Poor little outcast. Arimis leers at Erliette, staring into her eyes like a predator. The suffering of your brothers and sisters nourished us for a long time. Now you too will give me your pain. What do you need the Farseers for? Why take such a risk? So be it, I will humour you before death, if only to step out of another's shadow once and for all. I wish to orchestrate a little disjunction, and, with my helpless brethren in my clutches, who are capable of tearing apart the veil with their mere presence, it could not have been simpler. When the time came, the Farseers would be my weapon. Against the Reaving Tempest rivals under the cover of the Cataclysm, my blades would behead all those who stood in the way of my ascent. You destroyed your future with your own hands. When the truth became known, all the weapons of the Comarag would have turned against you, and against my cabal. And this coward was my Drakon. You are too quick to call the Reaving Tempest your cabal. You have neither the ambition nor the vision to lead all these warriors full of lust for power and blood. Marzai laughs mockingly. Dragging Farseers into our spire was an attempt to trigger a disjunction. That was your grand vision. It is a pity you have not bothered to lead a single raid in recent years. It would have been entertaining to watch you order a fleet to fly headlong into monkey structures and detonate their engines, all to secure a bright future for the Cabal. I have grown tired of the games and machinations you have ushered into my realm. Prepare to die, Archon Arimis. Die? Ha! Arimis draws her weapon. You are the only one who dies today. And after I am done with you, I will pay a visit to real space to observe the terror and ruin wrought by my cabal. Do you know, monkey, that so many of your kind have had their lives cut short at the hands of their own kin? I used to purge the ranks of the cabal to clear all obstacles from my path. I used you to purge the ranks of the cabal to clear all obstacles from my path. I used you to accomplish my goals. I colluded with your kind, despite your much vaunted hatred of Xenos, which ought to have prevented any of you from even considering such a thing. Marzai narrows his eyes. You purged the ranks of the cabal and cleared all obstacles from your path. Even in that you failed, you talentless wretch. I am still here, and I will be the one to purge the Reaving Tempest of you. Blessed throne. Abelard closes his eyes and shakes his head in sorrow. It seems the Xenos' admission has aged him 5 years. Oh, not again. My servants are heading out on a new hunt as we speak. Who will become their prey? Which lights will wink out in the void? How many monkey will perish in the darkness? Arimis lets out a mocking laugh. You never know. Marzai, do you have any last words for your sister? Now you speak only with the permission of your pet monkey. Arimis laughs mockingly. My insignificant little brother, you never should have crawled out of our mother's womb. Your existence is a disgrace to our blood. Marzai's lips stretch into a saccharine smile. My poor older sister, you still cannot stand the fact that I was born, but how can I be surprised? It is hard to think of a more glaring proof that our mother considered her first attempt to continue the line a failure. Arimis stiffens, and a moment later bares her teeth in a furious hiss. The Archon of the Reaving Tempest raises a hand to signal to her underlings.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this.
Oh! 2 more grotesques.
Swift death!
Killer. 1,000 health and some buffs. While under the effect of this, you can't speak in full cover against all ranged attacks. It's lost when hit by a ranged attack. Okay. This creature restores 3 wounds every time another creature suffers damage that it does not kill it. So she's going to heal off of Marzai. Let's see if we have anything obvious here that we need. Weirdly, we don't actually want to go in at her with Marzai right away. We want to wait a little bit. When a creature in the Thanatophobia zone suffers damage, it must pass a willpower resistance test. If it fails, it gains the effect for 2 rounds. All incubi gain an additional turn. Alright. Kill the incubi first. She gets a turn immediately as well. Alright. Let's think about this here. Can you go down the stairs? Yes, you can. Okay. So I actually think Ulfar going back might be the plan. Then, Abelard. Where do you go in combat? So he actually goes last in combat. So he's just purely here to block. Abelard doesn't go much closer to the front. So why don't you go here? Just a little bit of, well, here. A little bit of cover. Not a huge amount of cover. Still blocking. Where's Marazai? Marazai goes second. He can make himself... yeah, I think because he can make himself lowest priority, we take a step to the side, we hide fully. Because his job is to hide and then move out. Right? I think that's going to be fine. Earliette. I think I'm going to put you... I actually think here. Or here. I think here could be good. She can shoot everybody. But here could be fine. I'm going to see if she has anywhere better. The only problem with here is I think if she's in this slot, she won't actually be able to see people. I think she'll be blocked by the cover. I think she might have to go there, unfortunately. Jai? You're going to go where... Well, you're either going to go and cover or where we go. You could go here for now. That'd be fine. And then we might head back this way. Yeah. Okay. Let's start the battle. So immediately, I want to put rear here. So can I do that like... I move over this way. Then I can. Yeah, okay. Put that there. I want to put front line here.
It's as good as done.
And back line. How far can I move? I can move really far. You're going to move over here. Put back line here.
I'll
see fine.
To it personally.
Then move into this spot. Cool. This makes your first attack cost 0, right? Because you're in a backline area. Just to check. There are no enemies in the backline area. The first attack in the turn made by every ally in the area costs 1 AP less. It might be that you have to start your turn in the area.
I'll make it
fine.
happen.
I also probably should have used Combat Locust, but let's not worry about that. You can Overwhelming Stratagem in this area. We'll do this one. I'm actually going to use Surefire Plan to put more stacks on the Rimmerus, which will now lower her damage. Okay, we get 1 hit. Surefire Plan. And just take a shot at somebody like this.
I'll see to it personally. The best defense is a good offense.
We did some damage. That's all that really matters there. She's going to put down her zones, I assume. Nope, she's just going to shoot her own side in the back. Earliette's really hurt. Okay. Marazai. I'm thinking run forward and start attacking, but let's cancel that to start with. Also, I don't think that gave him the attack off, but this is attack here. This causes 0. So it must be start your turn in the area. Okay. This is going to be free because it's our first thing. It's our first attack, right? That was not free. Let me read what that says again. Maybe charge does not count as an attack. Did I not take that? Yeah, whenever you hit target with I didn't hit, I suppose. That's true. I guess I didn't hit. Do this. Also did not hit. Third tries the charm. That's 2 to try it though. I think we just go Elusive Shadow and we leave her turn there. Yeah, maybe a little
Don't
endure
distract
to
me.
increase our increase our health. And we just end his turn, unfortunately.
I'll make you.
Another parry. Oh,
My path
she's down.
does not end here.
Well, that's
Should have
horrible.
stayed back, Shireen.
Bloodstone
Your
did
death
something there.
is approaching.
Our health is not good. Okay. Maybe this is the fight I was after. At least Jai is alive. Okay.
Is that my blood?
Maybe. You're fine. I think you're gonna be fine. I kind of feel like Abelard needs the buff.
Am I getting paid for this?
Let's give Abelard the buff. Followed by assign objective. Well, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to kill this one, but we'll assign the objective. Give you some more... maybe I want to give Marazai the damage, I guess.
I can
Give
do that.
Marazai more
With the right
damage.
incentive.
What was the thing I took to give her more AP? Just to double check. First archetype ability costs 1 AP less if nobody else shares it. Okay, so the Inspire should have cost 1 less, which actually I think it has. Okay. Bring it down. Potentially here, yeah. Let's do bring it down. Okay. Give yourself some temporary wounds. Wall of Rock Creep to
Victory
give
is
everybody
imminent.
nearby temporary wounds. This is going to be a lot of damage. Make you a sworn
At
enemy
your beck and call.
and hit him.
Indeed.
Nice
Woe to
damage.
you.
Okay, and then also increase deflection on this turn. Okay. You now have 2 points left. Could sneak out and do some shots if I wanted to. Maybe do a maybe sneak here and do a toxic shot. That would hit him. That's the problem. Maybe run all the way over here and shoot out like this. Oh, that would hit Marazai. Go a little closer and just shoot with a big hit here, potentially. We got anything else we could do? Take aim. You can make the next attack of somebody do a lot more damage. Let's give that to
I know
Marazai.
what I'm doing. Usually.
And then I'm just going to
Me,
take a shot
neither
here.
in 1,000 sectors.
Hey, we got overwhelming stratagem at least applied. That's good.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Abelard. Run away and charge back in.
At your beck and call.
We got a little hit.
I took care of this one.
Nice. And that gives him more stats for everything. We're then going to Wall of Rock
Victory
Creek,
is imminent.
and then try and taunt, I guess.
At your beck and call.
Okay, and
I will
then
do my duty.
defensive stance.
At your beck and
Bulwark.
call.
Alright, he's tanky.
Just a minor setback.
Bloodstone goes off.
Tremble.
We parried. We get to counter, which gets parried.
Pain is all.
Did the priority target thing work? Maybe. Yep, parry. Counter. Parried. Grotesque running around here. Me very scared. Wolfar. I mean, these guys might be too far away to do anything, honestly. I might need him up here. Well, you know, that's why we have that's why we have so much movement. Switch to this. Head up
I
here.
challenge you, damn it.
Okay, whatever. Kick him.
You will
Nice.
pay for this in blood.
Didn't stay prone, but did get kicked pretty thoroughly. Anything else I can do for cheap? Let's do another shot here.
Wolves reign.
Okay. Followed by Reckless
None
Rush.
can do better than a warrior of the Allfather.
I think one more makes a wildfire free. Step in. Attack.
I hunger for battle.
Your last
Good.
stroke of luck.
Wildfire is now
So
free.
it shall be.
Trying to think of the right angle for this one here. This seems good.
See how my hand is thunder.
Okay, just some damage.
My strike is ruin.
Run and gun. Which now gives me another attack. Hit him.
Cubs play.
Okay, they still took some damage even with the dodge. Okay. And now we're out of things to do. We could potentially heal as well, though. We have a Gladiator's healing kit. Let's
The
heal.
pack does not abandon its own.
Wonderful.
Ugh,
Keeps them
field
topped up.
medicine at its finest.
Right. End. Round 2. Hello, who are you? Hello, who are you? Are you on my side or on their side? Oh, you're definitely on their side, huh? Alright. I'm thinking that immediately I'm going to move... Well, I'm going to run over here. Place the back
I'll
line
make it
here.
happen.
There we go. And I'm going to hide in the back line. Okay, this gives me a free shot. I believe this is still free, right? No, it costs 1. Oh, it's only 1 off. Yeah, so it's not free. But let's use Surefire Plan
Oh, if not me,
and fire.
it's as good as done. Your end was inevitable.
That's nice. That's a good start. Increase armor in this area. Can I still see you? I can even apply things to you. Let's use Surefire Plan. Apply more stacks,
I'll
which will
make it
now reduce
happen.
her damage again. Increase everybody's damage against people who have against people who have stacks. And then we'll use Perfect Spot to increase our cover efficiency. Arimis.
When Fenris is in battle.
Okay,
Bleed.
she's fine. Parry. Counter.
Reduced
Nice.
to dust.
Incubus.
Bring agony.
Parry. Counter.
Woe to you.
Aha.
I'll make
Now
you
we're talking.
howl.
Parry. Parry makes his next warrior one cost 1 less, right? It does, so we could potentially charge over here if we wanted to. I still think we want to kill the incubuses first. I could walk away and then charge in. So let's walk away. Aim for an opening. That's what I want to do here, so I can then charge in on the correct side.
Oblivion approaches.
Nice. Then dance to the other side.
Watch.
Hit him.
Kneel before me, pray.
Okay.
Blood.
Dance to the other side. Dispatch.
I will be your undoing.
Nice. We're just trying to reduce the number of incubuses they are because they get extra turns. Toxic Needle
Don't
Arimis.
distract me.
Okay, that didn't hit. That's fine. It was worth a try. And then
Build.
Elusive Shadow. Also, I probably should have used this
Watch.
previously, but that's okay. Joyful Torture. Nice. Parried. Parried. Grotesques are now running up. I guess they didn't run up as quickly because we had
Okay.
Ulfar standing on the
Now
stairs.
I'm really riled up.
And Ulfar standing on the stairs meant that they could shoot him from their first position, so they're only starting to move this turn, so they're going to maybe arrive a turn later than they might otherwise arrive. Alright, because you might not live that
Don't
much
get too
longer, let's
cocky.
give Marazai more stats. That's going to be
I
the
can do
target
that
for this
with the
turn.
right incentive.
I'm going to continue to boost Mara's
Don't
Eye's
get too
damage.
cocky.
What's next? You're going to come back here and give Abelard another turn.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Okay. Abelard?
It will be
Endure.
done.
Wall of Rockcrete. Hit him.
Your last stroke of
That's at least some good damage. And then
Pain
I have
and
some
duty
free
go
shots
hand in
here.
hand.
Shoot
You've
him.
got a problem? I've got a problem. You're no fun.
Nice. Okay. Abelard. Wander away. Charge back in.
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one.
Nice. That increases his stats even further, so he now has even higher stats. Hit him.
I will do my duty.
Nice. That taunt will not hit her, unfortunately. Might hit the grotesque, though. Let's use
It will be
this. Defensive stance.
At your
Bulwark.
beck and call.
Nice. I could use one of these. I don't think I need to, actually. I think I'm fine.
I can't stand it.
These guys running in. Slowly.
Nobody escapes.
Thrall
That's something
Master.
worse.
Okay, that's fine. Grotesque running in.
Skitya!
Ulfar.
My Keramite hide is strong!
Kill.
None can do this target disgrace!
Nice. Revel and Slaughter. I guess I need to kill one more. Kick this guy.
So shall it be.
Nice. I deliberately wanted to kick him away, which is good that it worked. So now I want to head over here and hit like this.
Wolf is on the hunt.
Nice. Revel and
See
Slaughter.
how the wolf succeeds!
So now we can use Reckless Rush and Wildfire. That should give us an extra attack. It didn't. I'm not going to waste his turn doing these because he's not getting any other attacks for whatever reason. Nice dodge. Nice dodge again. Our turn. Okay, so I cannot see Arimis, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to solve this. Let's go around here. Blast
I'll
you.
make it happen. You never stood a chance.
That's fine. Does mean I'm kind of trapped in my current area, but that's okay. Can I use these on the combat areas? Yeah, so
I'll
increase
see to
armor.
it personally.
That'll be fine for now. Then, do I need to move any area? Don't think so. We could perhaps put... I don't think I need overwhelming stratagem in an area, actually. Can't do this. Maybe I just do increased damage and perfect
It's as
spot.
good as done.
Just hide in the corner. Arimis heading round.
Brace
Shooting
yourself,
Abelard. He's
Abelard.
taking basically 0 damage from this. Alright. Run over this way. Well, that's not quite right. Run over this way, charge in. There we go. That's what we're looking
I will
for.
herd the prey.
Charge in. It got parried, which means that there is the opening's now on this side, which is annoying. Hit him. Parried. Endure. And Elusive Shadow. Just hide and wait for them to walk away. Does this have any lasting benefits? No. Okay. Oh, but that will get rid of his lowest priority target thing, I just realized. Him getting the attack of opportunity. Because that was an attack. Nice dodge. Just farming the dodge achievement. Jai. Ulfar. Wait, no. Ulfar, you could do with some
Tell
stat
me,
ups.
and it is done.
I kind of want to remove bleeding from people. I know it's going to cause problems for Marazai, but I think this is going to be good. It'll also raise momentum. Actually, you know what? If I'm going to do that, I need to give you a turn first. This is going to be your target this turn. I'm going to inspire. I can't see you. I have enough movement to do this. I'm going to inspire
Watch my
Marazai.
back.
Just continuing to boost his damage as I want him to deal the final hit. Run back. We then want to use Inquisitor's Decree.
Don't get too cocky.
The reason I mainly used it is because we were bleeding and we don't have that much health left. I used it in the wrong order. I was deliberately not using that because I was going to use this, then use that. Whatever. Is our momentum high enough to use 2? No, obviously not. Because it can't go high enough. Right. Give him another turn.
That with the right incentive.
Right. Ulfar. Let's start. What button did I press? I pressed reload. Alright. Hit. Reloading was not the worst thing I could have done at that moment. Steady superiority. Makes the next attack free. Pistol burst. Nice. Reckless rush. That increases our versatility. Kick him.
So it shall be.
Get in here. Shoot him.
Fame-hungry come.
Nice. Get over here. Wildfire.
I challenge you, damn get.
There we go. Fire. Nice. Running gun.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Run over here. Fire.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Alright, that's fine.
Born predator does not
Another
become
turn.
prey.
Hey, Ulfar,
There are
why don't you have
legends
another
about
turn?
me.
Head down here.
I hunger for battle.
Fire.
Wolves revel. Feel
Okay.
the icy bite of death.
Reckless rush.
Cubs play.
Here. Attack.
Wolf is on the hunt.
Nice. We actually might want to reload here, but let's not worry about that. Attack. Now we do want to reload because we're out of ammo. Over here. Rapid fire.
The fame-hungry come.
We also have a Revel and Slaughter, which I will use here. Shoot.
Cubs play.
Wonderful. Up this way.
I challenge you, damn get.
I can't, Wildfire? I don't think I've got a shot here. Let's just put it that way. I do not have a shot here. Okay. Step out and take a shot. Nice. Cool. Abelard. Hit him.
Reduced to dust.
Nice. Run over here. Not because I want him to be the one who gets the final kill, but because I want to set some things up here. Sworn
It
enemy.
will be done.
And then I'm going to use Wall of Rockcrete,
Indeed.
which will give Marazai extra temporary wounds. Okay. Oh, Ulfar's real turn. Stomp your way all the way up here. Reckless
See
rush.
how the wolf succeeds.
With your way up here.
Foes reek of cowardice.
Shoot him.
None can do better than a warrior of
I
the
destroyed my own
Allfather.
cover. Controlled shot.
Wolves reign.
Fire.
So it shall be.
Okay, well, we got some free dodges for that one. Reload. End your turn. Okay. Sneak out here, make this the front line.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
I don't want to use Killzone Stratagem because I'm not sure whether that will count as our kill or his kill.
I'll make it happen.
Joint analysis, I think, is safe. More stacks.
Who if not me?
I think dismantling shot is pretty good. You know what I'm going to do with my stacks, actually? I'm going to reduce your dodge to nothing. Then I'm going to hit you with a dismantling shot.
Accept your lot.
Nice. Which does put us in a little danger. Which is fine. I'm happy to be in danger.
I'll make it happen.
Increase the armor in there. We'll do overwhelming stratagem in there as well. Right. I probably should have surefire planned my reducing of the armor. But that's fine. That was guaranteed to hit.
My ears are ringing.
That's fine.
I'm not a vessel for pain. I am its master.
Right. Talking of that, let's get your bleeding back on. Go to this side. Seek an opening.
I will savor your delectable anguish.
That's a horrible position for that opening, but that's okay. Head in here, or head here. Charge in. Nice amount of base damage. Reckless Strike followed by Killing Edge. Yeah. Reckless Strike. Killing Edge.
Don't distract me.
Is that
Oh.
all you've got?
Just randomly shooting Ulfar for no reason. Jai. Inspire. Obviously. Increases damage. By a lot. Followed by increasing our stats, because we're the most likely to die. Followed by take aim for Marzai.
Am I getting paid for this?
Okay. And then give
You've
him
got a
another
problem.
turn.
I've got a price.
Right. Aim for an opening. It's right in front of us. Reckless Strike and hit. Reckless Strike, Killing Edge. Oh! There we go. I will tear your throat out personally, monkey. Oh, she got her health back. You put the zone on Ulfar.
When Fenris is in battle, oceans bleed!
Well, Marzai, I guess Elusive Shadow seems like the best move here. Yeah, okay.
Not enough.
Go hide in the dodge zone. Wait, there are turrets? I didn't even spot the turrets. They must have just spawned. Okay,
I
shoot
can do
it.
that with the right incentive.
Cool. Abelard? Just curious, if you were to move, could you charge to the turret? Nope. Alright, well, your goal here is to apply some of this,
It will
some
be
of
done.
this, one of those,
Victory is imminent.
and a sworn enemy.
I will do my duty.
Nice. Oh, and then maybe like that buff as well. Don't use the parry buff because you could end up killing the boss. Ulfar! I have something else for you to kill. Move here. Reckless Rush.
Wolves reign!
All the way over here. Kick it.
Cubs play!
Nice. That actually took that a lot better than I thought it would. rapid fire, wildfire. This makes it free to do a burst.
Wolves reign. Feel the
Hit it.
icy bite of death.
Okay, hit it again.
See how I have become the
Okay.
Allfather's worthy instrument.
Shoot it.
Wolves reign. I will carve runes out
got
of
it.
your bones.
Wonderful. Nice dodge. Oh, not more reinforcements. Okay, that's fine. These, I guess, are just to keep you, yeah, to make it harder for you to have Marazai get the kill if you're not keeping control of the fight. Our turn. Move front line
It's
slightly.
as good as done.
She's actually in a much better position now because we could attack her from either side, but I assume that that's not going to stay that way forever. Joint analysis. More stacks.
I refuse.
I already put stacks on her, did I? Okay. No, I'm looking at Marazai. Oh, she's actually here. Never mind. More stacks. Do I need to remove her armor again? I do. Okay. Let's do surefire plan, which then lets us lower her attack, which I think is very good. She's now a lot weaker. Increase armor in this area. Get back into the cover area.
Don't
over
let
here.
your guard down.
We're now out of... Oh no, we have another surefire stack. I thought we were out, but that's fine. I don't have enough to attack, I just realized, with that weapon. I do have enough to attack with this weapon, though. Oh, more incubuses spawned. I just realized that these are incubuses, so they get extra turns. Oh, okay. That's less than ideal, but that's okay. So you gonna try and move?
Just a minor setback.
Nope. Marazai? I would definitely go here and then do maybe that type of hit to her, but that would just be me.
Slow and painful is the way.
Ooh, look at the damage. Dash over. Then we're going to hit another bit of damage.
Don't distract me.
If I dash back, I could then charge in again. Do it. We parried, which actually makes our charge even cheaper.
With grace and malice.
Nice. And now I'm out of things to do. I need to move Abelard in his turn or he can get a kill.
Your death.
Yeah, Abelard needs to be nowhere near that situation. Or Jai needs to just simply give him another turn. Which I think is actually the easier way of handling the situation.
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
Can you give him extra stats right now? He's out of range. Okay.
Tell me, and it is done.
Marazai? Time for your revenge.
It is. I'm done playing with you.
Turret's down as well. Great. Now we just need to finish the fight.
Watch.
Cool. Oh, we can use this one if we wanted to. I don't think we want to. Is there any way you can move? No, not really. Could use press the advantage though to give yourself a ton of damage. Alright. Yeah, press the advantage. Oh, also, everyone has stats, I guess. Oh no, Ulfar didn't have stats.
I can do that
Okay.
with the right incentive.
What are Ulfar's stats, by the way, given he stacks each turn? Close to 300. That's good. I mean, I guess he doesn't have all of his versatility stacks right now. Okay, let's use press the advantage. Well, actually, we can inspire ourselves.
You've got a problem? I've
Self-inspire.
got a prize. I
Press
can do
the
that
advantage.
with the right incentive.
Shoot.
Whoa,
That didn't really do as much as it could have.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Here. Charge. Actually, here. Wall of Rockcrete. So, more temporary wounds.
That's not the
Endure for
Senegal's
more
job.
temporary wounds. Set this as your sworn
At your beck
enemy.
and call.
Charge.
It will be done.
Just immediately dodged. Okay. Hit it.
At your beck and call.
Parried. Alright then.
For
Daring breach.
Valencius.
What does this one do again? It just pushes enemies back. Alright, hit him. Hit him.
Indeed.
Hit him. Okay. Hit him again.
Victory is imminent.
Now that I've hit them, now it's starting to become more consistent. Got him. That took a lot. Alright, go stand over here.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Ulfar. Well, let's start with a Reckless Rush. Which now means that he has 400 ballistic skill. That's pretty good.
Dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
Fire.
Die in disgrace.
Nice. Revel and Slaughter. The only reason he didn't get more there is he ran out of ammo. That's always good. Reload.
So shall it be.
Just he's just attacking us and we're just parrying while we do it. Kick him.
Wolves rage.
You will pay for this in blood.
Kill.
I will carve runes out of your
Nice.
bones.
Get to this side. Attack.
The wolf is on the hunt.
Your last stroke of
Followed
luck.
by Wildfire.
God's play.
And Fire.
Wolves rage.
You call this a strike?
Oh, I didn't kill it? Oh. Alright, well. Good job. Stats are now 430 ballistic skill. Okay. Just love him just parrying these guys. Kill.
You never stood a chance.
That's good. Increase
Who,
our
if not
allies'
me?
damage and then just end your turn. Marazai. Charge.
Oblivion approaches.
That one is also dead.
Strike.
Okay. I love the way there's no parry animation. He's just standing there like, what are you thinking is going to happen here?
Tell me, and it is done.
There we go.
Is here.
Marazai turns to you. He is holding a crystal coruscating with otherworldly fire. Malachi, look at this. Your enemy's soul is in the palm of your hand, under your complete control, at the mercy of your desires. Is this not the greatest revenge for past wrongs? Touch the crystal. Just bring your hand near the crystals enough for you to feel the wave of psychic energy emanating from it. When your fingers brush the icy surface, the maelstrom of another's emotions bursts into your mind, the hatred, bloodlust, terror, despair. And suddenly, in this whirlwind of agony, you discern new shades of feeling, hints of triumph and the thrill of mastery over a defeated foe. Marazai's eyes, which had been watching your face closely, widen as his lips curve into an exultant smile. Does this thing offer any practical benefit? It does. Arimis' suffering will give me strength on the battlefield. Perhaps one day I will want to replace her soul with the essence of another, more worthy opponent. But that will not come to pass anytime soon. We should go. Oh. This is our Farseer activating the webway. Ooh. Mandrakes. The mandrake's words are barely comprehensible. The creature is clearly not accustomed to the tongue of its dark kin. The Draken didn't offer a sacrifice for our deeds. The Draken must become the sacrifice. Oh, you can have him. I'm sure no one will miss him. Marazai places a hand on his weapon. His voice sounds calm. Oh, it's Marazai opening the webway. Anyway. His voice sounds calm, but his gaze is tense as he peers at the dark creature before him. You should not have crawled out of the abyss that your wretched kind call home. Consider our pact broken. Nazrakai did not hold up his end of the bargain, so I had to finish the job myself. The results matter not, the sacrifice will be made. The mandrake's head turns to you. Make the sacrifice, monkey. The tribe never relents, the tribe will find you. Throne's mercy, Lord Captain. It was extravagant enough of yourself to get yourself a pet Xenos, but now we discover he comes with a whole gaggle of his kinsfolk. Mind your tongue before I cut it down for you. The mandrakes care not about monkey. The mandrakes want me. Even if they were to grow bold enough to come for me, oh, it would be quite an amusement to behold. With pure heart, I raise my horn in praise to the Allfather on the day that this sharp-tongued scum dies. The vile Xenos may be a meager trophy, but he is still our trophy. Giving him up without a fight to this talking mop is shameful. He's like, if anyone's gonna kill him, it's gonna be us, and he's gonna go on our wall. Okay. Marzai stays with me, away with you beasts. The Drukhari draws his weapon. And if your filth needs a lesson in the language of pain... Senseless creature, the tribe will find you, the tribe will have its sacrifice. Okay, let's grab everything that we can here. We have another level up to do, which I might leave until after. Incubus Clave, I don't think we need that. Another pile of dead bodies.
Keep your wits about you.
Arimis, who I assume actually has the loot. Agonizing Splinter Pistol. Deals double toxic damage, increases the power of toxin inflicted for +1 on each successful hit. The Jin Blade of Arimis. If the wielder deals damage to the target with this sword, the wielder gains a 3 bonus to weapon skill, ballistic skill, toughness, and strength, while the target suffers a -3 penalty till the end of combat. Incredible. At the beginning of combat, the wearer gains the Shadow Field effect. Yeah, we saw what this one did. Warlord's Amulet. Grants the wearer int bonus % dodge to the wearer and their allies. A Monkey Hide Cape. Decreases all incoming damage except direct damage by 1 plus versatility stacks %. Incredible. Can you use that cape? No. I guess it is Monkey Hide as well. So that must be for Argenta then. Int bonus on this. What's your current one do? If only one combat area is active, grants intelligence and fellowship. Nah, I think taking int bonus giving int bonus dodge to wearer and their allies sounds good. We need to increase our int. Our int is kind of a little bit of a problem, but I think that's going to be really good. Don't think we need the Shadow Field. What was the other one? The weapon. Yes. So you're probably the best to use the second weapon. Yeah, to use that in your second hand, because that means that your toxin is going to be better. And then obviously this is for him. It's just so obvious. Although he won't apply toxin, weirdly. I guess what I want to do is this, and then swap. Yeah. That's really what I want here. I forgot he has the second set that I should be using occasionally. I don't ever use them. Maybe we should replace the second set at some point. Let's not worry about that. Right. That's fine. Cool. Wait, was there anything else she had? No. The incubuses? Incubi. Grab that. The gloomy landscape appears before your eyes. Ooh, you can see quite far down now.
I always keep my options
open. More
open.
Random bits of loot. Okay. We're not going to level up now. We're going to level up after we go through the webway. Whatever happens. So, let's go.
I always have a backup plan.
It did a save for me. I'm happy because I was thinking to myself I needed to do a save. Oh, we're on Janus? I mean, there was a webway there, right? So...
With the physical horrors of Komorra behind them, a long and arduous journey, possible only with the help of a Xenos guide, lay ahead for the rogue rogue trader and his party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness. Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
Yeah, this is Janus. That was the same loading screen. Mur-Aran's silhouette emerges from the thicket without disturbing a single blade of grass. He addresses you in an accusatory tone of dissatisfaction. If we hadn't done that, the Eldari would have been gone here. Interesting. I sensed your mind, monkey. Why were you skulking by the webway gate? Why have you come to Lilithan in secret? Do you intend ill for us? Mur-Aran's eyes shift from Erliet to That must be from Erliet to Eklendil, and from Eklendil to Erliet, then back to Erliet again. Or because his eyes aren't going to shift to himself. That's why this doesn't make any. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He exclaims indignantly, "By Asurian's grace, what is the meaning of this strange visit?" Let's see here. Erliet, kindly explain to your fellow kinsman that there is no reason for him to be fuming. Fuming? Erliet gives you a confused look but then nods. Elentak and I have travelled a long way, Mur-Aran. She gives you another long look. We were prisoners in Komara, but followed a webway thread out. That thread brought us here. You come from Komara? Mur-Aran says nothing for a moment, then continues, his voice shocked. Now I see. The gate refused to obey me because it was sealed from within, by the Dark Ones, no doubt. Lilithan was meant to become a slaughterhouse for the Drukhari. Mur-Aran's gaze bores into Erliet for a few moments in tense silence as he considers something in his mind. At last he says in a commanding tone, Your arrival is sudden, outcast Erliet, but perhaps there is purpose behind it. You will serve your people shortly. Do you know anything about my abduction? The news of your disappearance has not reached Janus. My guess is that your close servants decided to conceal this event as to not beget fear. Well, that's good. How are things on Janus? Lilithan has been charitable to the monkey. It bestows special gifts upon some of your servants. It forges bonds with them. For the first time I see our world so tolerant of your kind. It reminds me just how much I still do not understand. Alas, your kin do not trouble themselves with contemplating this matter. They fear those gifted by Lilithan. They despise them and seek to kill them. And that does not surprise me at all. Mur-Aran's voice grows pensive. Lilithan's slumber is restless. It has guarded a part of itself away from you. It is what the monkey call the isolated region. At first, I thought it was its attempt to push you away so it could heal from the wounds your cold iron had inflicted upon its flesh. But I see something else in what is transpiring, a mystery. Your kinswoman, Eklendil, helped us escape from Komara. Mur-Aran exchanges long looks with Eklendil and then says gravely, This is where Eklendil's path and yours diverge, monkey. He will stay with us when you leave. Eklendil nods. I am elated to be once more among those with whom I shared Kruderak's time of bloom, Mur-Aran. Of course, good luck, Eklendil. Thank you, Mo. Elentak. Hey, he's got some respect. We have two people who respect us. I mean, Xenos. I was going to say three, but no, Marzai does not. An iridescent haze momentarily clouds the world around you, and in that moment is all it takes for Muran to hide Iclindel behind a veil of his xenosorcery. We will speak of my kin's fate no longer. All that was meant to be said has been said. Do you think that this is partially, if my theory about this section of the game being rewritten is true, do you think this is a way for them to not have to recognize that this person survived at all? They're just like, he's hidden, he's out of your view, you don't need to care about him, he's away, he's somewhere else, right? It's meant to be like a, now we can talk as if he was never here in the first place. Just a thought. Anyway. We will send instructions to our monkey's allies so that they provide you with means of transportation. Farewell, monkey. I am pleased that our meeting did not spill blood into Lilithan's womb. Oh, and about Earliette being left there, guess not. Okay. Don't get to ask that question. That's fine. We're back on the bridge. That's good. Cassia, Idira, they can say hello to us again. Well, there's the squad. Also, I'm assuming that they can be like, you brought what back with you? Oh, and Heinrichs. I forgot Heinrichs probably also is here. Yeah, he's not going to be too happy about us bringing back another Xenos, huh? The high-ranking officers beam with genuine happiness. Danrock steps forward and solemnly says, "Welcome to the bridge, Lord Captain. Like the rest of the crew, we are overjoyed by your return and thank the Emperor for it." Oh, but they'll be happy I brought a Space Marine back with me. I guess it might even things out. The crew stares in awe and terror at the giant towering over the crowd. Some make the sign of the Aquila on their chests, others collapse to their knees with a prayer to the God Emperor on their lips. This wave of pious shock does not seem to discompose Ulfar in the slightest. He just chuckles into his beard and glances around curiously. Marazai's presence alone is enough to elicit sighs of dismay and whispers from the crowd. The Drukhari ignores all monkey reactions to his person and surveys the ship's bridge, examining every detail with an ostentatiously businesslike interest. His markedly casual posture is belied by a subtle and unusual tension in his body, like he's ready to pounce. Heinrichs von Kalox approaches you. He is not looking his best. It seems he has not slept in quite a while. "Lord Captain, allow me to express how glad I am that you have rejoined us alive and unharmed." Well, it's good that you're alive, if minorly sleep deprived. "Lord Captain, I'm so glad to see you. I nearly lost it when you up and disappeared on me. I was getting by on stimulants and recaf. I barely slept. All so I could keep listening to the whispers for any clue on how to find you. The only other time I felt so powerless was when Lady Theodora..." She stops. "Pardon me, Lord Captain, I'm talking nonsense." First off, how much do you know about my abduction? "Not much, Lord Captain. All contact with your party was lost shortly after the supposed pirates boarded the ship and abducted your companion's kinspeople. We immediately sent shuttles with boarding parties to your aid, but we did not find anyone on the ship save for the crew, who had all either been butchered or driven insane." Heinrich's gaze is focused on Earliette. His eyes burn with undisguised hatred and a promise. Now, we know that Earliette killed Achilles, and that's going to make Heinrichs very unhappy. But, on the positive side, she killed Achilles because he was in contact with the Drukhari. On the negative side, the Drukhari he was in contact with is standing right there behind Heinrichs. So we could redirect his rage. Earliette's expression is inscrutable, but her eyes are turned to you and you only. Since your lordship's body was never recovered, we hoped against hope you were still alive. Alas, even our most alert augur operators never spotted anything suspicious, and thus our ignominious failure put you in dire peril. Heinrich's gaze, tense and almost desperate, is focused on you. But he says nothing. For now, at least. A lot being not said here. Dare we inquire what happened to your lordship? I can say that Earliet was the person who did it. I'm glad you realize you were to blame for my capture. My loyal servants, the accursed Xenos, tried to take your leader from you, but their plan has failed. I'm here with you once more. Are you with me, or it does not matter? Okay. I'm not going to say 2. It wasn't their fault. 3. I don't think I want to say that either. So if the choice between a lie of omission, so we're saying it does not matter, the topic of my disappearance is closed, or telling the truth. It's a difficult one. Can I save? Nope. I'm going to say that earlier it helped the Drukhari abduct me and take me to Komarag. Mainly because half the party already knows. Let's say it. Hostile stares fix on Earliet, and a spiteful whisper hangs in the air. Xenos scum. I don't know if that was right, but it's what we've done now. Where was my ship all this time? As an officer's council, we decided to take the ship to Footfall, where one can hear the gossip of the entire expanse. Our agents tirelessly searched for information about your lordship. Had we heard even a whisper of where you were imprisoned, we would have immediately launched a rescue expedition. While you were away, Lord Captain, we took every effort to find you. That resulted in a number of modifications to the ship that have significantly upgraded it. Thanks to a favourable deal made by the esteemed High Factotum, the ship is now equipped with state-of-the-art augur systems and direction finders from Kiava Gamma. Well, that's good. Well, that's quite enough fawning and fussing. I wish to return to my duties immediately. Okay. The Homunculus's prism is a new rumor for us. Interesting. And now we're speaking to Nomos. Has that image in the corner changed? That image in the corner has changed. Because the previous image did not have horns. I'm fairly certain. That's a little suspicious. The group of servitors suddenly stirs, their movements frighteningly identical even for automatons. They stare at you and say in perfect unison, "Hello, Nomos have come to welcome you back. We sense that a great deed has been done, a vivid imprint on existence. You did something very important. What was it?" Escape from a dark city of the Xenos and showed them mercy. It suits you. What we see in you, light and connections without the urge to destroy. Did Nomos say it correctly? The servitor chorus, which sounds as a single voice, falls silent. Nomos appears to be waiting for your response in eager anticipation. I'm glad you're learning to understand me, Nomos. After a long pause, the servitor chorus responds with unexpected forcefulness. Nomos are glad too. We must go now. We will come to speak with you later. Another pause follows, so long that the silence becomes more piercing than a scream. Then the servitors finally break it. We felt sadness when we could no longer communicate with you, and we were worried about your fate. One can detect with the naked eye the moment when Nomos leaves the bridge. The servitors stop moving in sync and slowly shuffle off to their posts. Multiple servitors now, by the way, not just one. Okay. Now we're here. Danrock adjusts his jacket before addressing you. Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over. The Expanse is in flames, your lordship. Squadrons and smaller groups of despicable Drukhari raid our systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumors of the fall of Santiel's Pride, House Chorda's world, an outrageous sacrilege given how abundant and inexpensive Promethium is there. Strife has broken out between House Winterscale and House Chorda. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces at footfall to tighten them into a fist to smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos vermin. What kinds of Xenos are attacking the Expanse? Drukhari, your lordship. Their squadrons, both large and small, are invading the Expanse, unleashing a carnage on planets, taking their captives by the thousands and attacking ships. It is as if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now they are lashing out. So how fares the world to my dynasty? The heretics' malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere and their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On Veabos 6, a mutiny was crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. But other worlds stand firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity and do not succumb to their pernicious influence. So Xavier Kalkazar led the defense. Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Kalkazar declared himself Commandant of the Koronus Expanse and issued orders to requisition troops. He made Footfall his base of operations as it was the most logistically convenient point. From there his fleet strikes throughout the Expanse, destroying the forces of the Cult of the Final Dawn and the abominable Drukhari. He may be all that currently stands in the way of the Expanse being turned into ashes. When heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, a hallowed forge of the Cognizant's fleet, the Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous force. Now they and the Explorator squadrons, recalled from the front line, stand together against the heretics in the battle for the sacred planet. What's the problem between Incendia and Caligos? When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traitors to join his forces, her ladyship Incendia Chorda heeded the summons, while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumor has it his refusal was defiant in manner and served as a pretext for Lady Chorda to declare war on House Winterscale. We're getting a lot of quests and rumors. Winterscale's ships are being hunted and his worlds occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for all his love of fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted astropathic messages, he and his retinue are currently on Questa Temor, hunting down the Xenos fleet. Aldzari, by all appearances. Is there anything else I should know? The factotum lowers his head in thought. There have been other minor developments. If you so wish, I will gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I would not want them to take any time away from this occasion. Thank you. Report received. Lord Captain, Abelard bows his head. Allow me to make a request. A personal one. While you're away, Zachary Weiss received an astropathic message from Dargonus. It concerns my family. The Versarians have been accused of betraying House von Valancius. What? How is it possible? I cannot comprehend it. The Seneschal shakes his head ruefully. The Versarians have served the rogue trader dynasty loyally for generations. This is hard to admit, but I am simply crushed by the news. The accusations were leveled by, or on behalf of the Drive Stems, the Governor family. Under normal circumstances, the investigation would not have required your involvement, and my entire family would have been. But being of noble stock, the Versarians are entitled to, under ancient custom, to petition for a rogue trader's personal protection once in a generation. Your personal protection, Lord Captain. Abelard raises his eyes to you. Do not deny us that honor, I implore you. Tell Zachary Weiss to send a message to Dargonus saying I will personally take part in the investigation. Abelard breathes a sigh of relief and seems to grow an inch or two taller. Will do, Lord Captain. Next. Idira! Hello. Long time no see. Adira hurriedly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard. There are bags under her eyes, her hair is disheveled, and her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile. Thank you for agreeing to hear me out, Lord Captain. Here's the deal. After all that happened recently, the voices in my head suddenly flared up and started gabbling worse than before. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm handling them just fine, but I think I know of a way I can get them to settle down a bit. I keep having the same vision over and over. I'm walking down a corridor and there's a door at the end. I just know that right behind that door is blissful silence. All I've got to do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers, I can feel the cold, rough metal, and then I suddenly snap out of it, and always find myself staring at the wall in some compartment or other. I look behind me, and all the doors on the way are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking, this is a matter of life and death. My gut tells me it's my last chance to deal with my powers, and if I don't... She trails off. Before I make my decision, I have questions to ask you. Absolutely, Lord Captain. Ask me anything and I'll try my best to answer. What do you think is behind the door? I've no idea. Maybe it's an incredible implant from the tech priest's secret stores, or I don't know, a serum kept in the Inquisition's vault. There's such a thing as archaeotech, right? Plenty of it lying around. Maybe some of it could help me. Adira is trying to maintain a facade of confidence while simultaneously pulling at a hangnail so hard her finger begins to bleed. Your visions contain any clues on where to start looking? Vague ones, as usual. I think I can hear the muffled cries of some weird birds and my head is sweating like it's somewhere hot. Surrounded by rock creatures, your everyday Imperium stuff, except it reeks of burnt flesh, fried cables and chemicals. Sorry, that's about it, nothing more concrete. But I think if we get close enough, I'll sense it immediately. Is the door you describe similar to the door your whispers come from? No, well, I don't know, it feels different. The ones from my visions feel very, I don't know, real. I can even touch them. Definitely not an illusion, it really does exist somewhere. And trust me, neither of us want to open the other door, the whispering one. What if it's a trap? No way, it can't be. Whatever, I'll go in alone if you like, just help me get there. I have no more questions. We will find this door, I give you my word. Some of the darkness in Adira's eyes clear and her smile widens slightly. Thank you, Lord Captain, I knew you wouldn't leave me in a bind. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know right away. Next. Jai! The Exalted One, bless the house of von Valancius for your largesse of spirit, Shireen, and thank you for deigning to speak with me. Jai turns unusually hesitant, now tentatively choosing the words that only a moment ago rolled off her tongue in an uninterrupted cascade. Here's the thing, Shireen. My network of trade representatives has been stretched a little too thin recently, like a chiffon dress on a whore. Supplies are all over the place, orders aren't being filled, clients are kicking off, and not without reason, and revenue is plummeting. And if that wasn't bad enough, my guys running things from Footfall have been incommunicado recently. An astropathic message has finally come in to tell me why. Some ashmag or ashmags, thrown smite them, have captured my gang. They're threatening to kill every last one of those hard-grafting whelps if I don't do what they want. And they only want one thing. My Mercatum Tabula Official in exchange for my gang's life. Jai tosses her thick mane of hair and grits her teeth, looking more vicious than you've ever seen her. But I'm not giving up my certificate for anything. Nor am I going to leave my guys high and dry. That's why I'm begging for your help and protection, Shireen. If I have to step into a cage of hyenas, I'd rather do it with a lion at my side. Solomon did not say who sent the message. Shireen, you yourself know this astropathic chit-chat is nothing but a stream of images, thoughts, intentions, nothing concrete. But we don't need the name of the sender. I can already smell Valko's stench all over this. Or else it's Vladim's doing. It's just this damn ashmag style. As I take him. When we reach Fruitfall, I will help your associates. I look forward to the day, Shireen. And praise be to the Exalted One for bestowing such a miserly portion of haughty indifference upon your heart. Next. Heinrichs? Malachi. Heinrichs gives you a curt nod in greeting. I apologize for barging in unannounced. As the 4th or 5th person to come in today, I have received news that I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles. Heinrichs pauses before continuing. That Achilles Scalandar was transferred into my remit by a colleague. The colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance. Who is this colleague? Heinrichs hesitates for a moment before answering. Emelina Lichenhart, sage to the Lord Inquisitor. Tell me more about Emelina. Who is she? An acolyte who was assigned to a different range of objectives in the Koronus Expanse. Heinrichs trails off, then shakes his head. Throne, take me. I'm still trying to hide information from you, even when I'm asking for your help. Emelina is a sage, a unique acolyte of the Inquisition who can absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. She entered the Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did. Talking to her is a strange experience, but that is barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emelina is an incredible scholar, an expert on forbidden and the illicit, and of course, she is a loyal servant of the Golden Throne. You say talking to her is a strange experience. What does that mean? Heinrichs locks his fingers and says nothing for a few seconds. Since birth, Emelina has been different from other people. Specialists from the Inquisition enhanced her natural gift of hypermnesia. There are certain procedures that can be done. She creates separate blocks of memory which she can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She can organize her mind like a normal person arranges boxes on a shelf. One box may contain information about a recent mission on the Calixis, or in the Calixis, another the latest decrees of the Lex Imperialis, and another her own childhood memories. This level of compartmentalization might seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye, but is the price one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition. You said the forbidden and the illicit. What does that entail? Emelina carries knowledge that is forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. She carries this knowledge within herself, as it cannot be entrusted to the logs or cogitators. Heinrichs frowns. I said before that acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden to come in contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul. For sages, this is an especially trying ordeal. Emelina's hypermnesia has been enhanced, so she now remembers everything she sees, however briefly. After many years of service, she has examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this field. You speak of her with obvious affection. Heinrichs gives you a crooked smile. We made him merciful. I guess if we hadn't, then he wouldn't have affection for, or he wouldn't show as much affection for her. Emelina was something of a mentor to me. She helped me when I had only just joined the Lord Inquisition Circle. She taught me psi techniques to maintain my focus and equanimity. She trained me in the finer details of working with archives and data crypts. She gave me the chance to unwind a little in my post by playing games of regicide with her. Okay. You failed to mention that Calcazar had other agents operating in the Koronus Expanse. I didn't fail to mention it, I deliberately concealed the information. Divulging the location of the Inquisition's agents could threaten not only the acolytes themselves, but also the results of their endeavors. I believe I have a clear picture of Emelina now. What was her message? Emelina's message is incomplete and distorted. It is impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Photon 4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help with an evacuation. But whatever precipitated this request, Emelina would not make it if it were not absolutely necessary. I know a rogue trader has more than enough matters to deal with. Nevertheless, I would like to officially request that the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue. Heinrichs inclines his head. I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valancius, thus I am confining myself to a request, for the sake of the Koronus Expanse and the Imperium. How did you circumvent me and acquire the information from the astropathic message? Lord Captain, a rogue trader may be in a position to challenge the Inquisition's authority over their soul, mind, and actions, but a rogue trader's astropaths and vox officers? Hardly. Okay. Is there any hint of what exactly is threatening Photon 4? Heinrich says nothing for a time, then begins to speak slowly, as though he's fighting against resistance. For the avoidance of leaks, the details of the objectives of specific acolytes remain a secret. All I can tell you is that the primary threat that Emelina was dealing with in the Koronus Expanse was Xenos. In particular, Drukhari raids on distant systems. A sage is ideally suited for gathering data about the chronology of this problem and finding appropriate methods for combating it. For what Emelina is doing on Photon 4 specifically, I don't know. I don't even know any details about the world itself, only that there are humans there, so either it has been colonized or a garrison has been established there. The cult of the Final Dawn has been my top priority here, and my investigation has given me no cause to turn my attention to that planet. I'm not going to ask what we're going to get out of helping him. I'm not going to ask why he's doing it. I'm going to say yes. I shall help you. We shall go to Photon 4 and put an end to this threat. Heinrich bows. Thank you, Lord Captain. I am confident that this minor deviation from our primary course will help stem the spread of anarchy in the Koronus Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, we won't be outflanked. I've already spoken to the navigation crew and provided them with the coordinates of Photon 4. We can set a course for it as soon as you give the order. Okay, and next. Oh, it's everybody for this one. This must be Argenta and Erliet's judgment. Enough, Xenos. Justice will be done one way or another. Heinrich's voice drips with venom. Slither all you like, heretic spawn, but you will never leave this ship unscathed. The bridge is enveloped in an unusual silence. The officers on duty are huddling in corners, looking on curiously at what is transpiring in the center. Heinrich's, what punishment awaits him who failed to realize his own acolyte was a traitor? Interesting. What is going on? Catching sight of you, the curious crew members dash to their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge. For how long are you going to tolerate this filth on your ship, Malachi? This foul traitor? Interesting that she would be the one to bring it up. Who has already dragged you into the darkness once, and who has almost left your protectorate without its sovereign. Rogue traitor. Heinrich's voice makes your blood run cold. As Aldari heresy clouded your judgment, treachery always means death, either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Komarag, your retinue. You know what has become of them. Is it not high time that justice was done? Those present nod wordlessly, but do not dare to interfere. I like how it's those present. Pascal, Jai, Abelard, Ulfar, Marizai. I love how Marizai is also here, and Heinrichs, right? That is not everybody. Idira is not here. She has decided to not join in. Is there anyone else? I'm sure there's someone we're missing. No? No, I think that's everybody, isn't it? I'm starting to question myself. It doesn't matter. Now this is a fine spectacle. The inhuman gets what she deserves. Let us all watch and laugh. Your wonderful path has led you into a rather thorny situation, cousin. You refused to beg for mercy in Komarag, and now you have to lick the boots of Monkey. Silence, Xenos. Your turn will come. Erliet does not react to the curses being slung at her. With an imperturbable expression. She watches the crowd before her, then her gaze turns to you. Okay. Anyone else want to share their thoughts? You know, Lord Captain, I'll support any order you give, but to keep the Xenos in the retinue, especially after everything. Abelard casts a tense look at the lower bridge. After everything that has transpired because of her, it would not be wise. You know, Shireen, when a pet refuses to obey their master, they are usually put in a cage at best or turned into a lovely piece of taxidermy at worst. The heinous behavior pattern of the Xenos entity and of specimens similar to her statistically leads to unfavorable and unpredictable outcomes. Urliette blankly surveys the crowd. Interesting. How are we going to handle this? We are not, repeat, we are not going to kill her. So, let's immediately lower the options. 1, 2, 3 are fine. 4 is fine. 5, 6, 7 are not. So, we're on to 1 to 4, right? I think 1 and 2 are a little bit too much. Like, they're too immediately forgiving and dismissive, right? I think they're going to lead to issues. Because I think if we say 1, Heinrichs is going to say, I'm the Inquisition. Argenta's just going to shoot us. You know, that's not going to lead to good things. He's part of my retinue, get used to it. It's the same kind of thing. So it leaves us between 3 and 4. She has to apologize, or she will receive corporal punishment, as many lashes as her body can endure without expiring. Okay, now, remember that we're viewing things through the gaze of this world. In this world, the corporal punishment one might be more acceptable, because it's a expected punishment, right? It's a punishment level that we could give. I think if we say apologize, I'm worried that that's not going to be enough. However, I'm also worried that if we do as many lashes as she can endure without expiring, that's going to lead to resentment between us and her, which is going to be a problem. It's also going to make Marazai really happy. I think I have to say 3, because I think that 4 is going to cause too much strife. We'll see what they say with 3. Urliette will now apologize to everyone who was harmed by her deed. That will be enough. Marazai laughs airily. And now the Asuryani will walk on her hind legs before the monkey. I'm glad I decided to drop by to see what all the fuss was about. Urliette's face contorts in a mix of emotions, from anger and hatred to dejection and despair. As soon as she musters her courage and in a stilted, barely audible voice says, My words will not heal the wounds on your bodies, and still I regret what you had to endure because of me. Interesting. Words will not fix what has been done. The interrogator grips his weapon, but he hesitates, shifting his intense gaze from you to the Xenos and then back. The Xenos' apology rings hollow. There's neither repentance nor truth to them. Disappointed by the outcome of the confrontation, the officers present slowly return to their duty. Yeah, you see what I was thinking about the 4 option? If we had said the 4th one, the lashing, that may have been allowed. I don't know. Do you really not care about what happened, or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? I am sorry that my mistake led anyone along the path of the Dark City. I can see their pain and rage, and I understand. But words and pity will not help them. Only time and perhaps revenge which will dull their pain for a little while. But you have taken away their chance for revenge, Owlcat. Now all we can do is wait. We have taken away their chance for revenge. Potentially the lashings would have been that. Are you alright? Owlcat shrugs uncertainly. Your monkey have had it worse. I will live, and the wounds in my soul will eventually heal. They will live too, but their souls will forever bleed painful memories. They will forgive you. Not all of them, and not right away, but they will. Stop it. You cannot believe that, Owlcat. I do not need words of comfort. The words of these monkey do not touch my soul. Only your thoughts matter. Yours and mine. It's time to get back to work. See, I think if we had chosen 4, the other party members would have been happier and more accepting that a punishment had been doled out. However, if we had chosen it, she would have been, like, we wouldn't have had only your thoughts matter. She would have been directly against us. Interesting. It's time to get back to work. Owlcat nods and gestures elegantly before leaving. Until we meet again, Owlcat. May the darkness scatter into a myriad of new stars before you. And with that, we are finally back on the bridge. We got a lot more people to talk to. I'm surprised there wasn't an Argenta event here, given that she killed Lady Theodora. Where's Argenta versus Adira? Does Adira know? There are many questions that we are yet to have answered, and many more things that we're going to have to do, many more people to talk to. I mean, if we have a look at our quest, this is our quest log. We have a blank quest. What's up with that? Anyway, look at this. Look at how many quests we have to do. It's insane. We have a lot to do, and we're going to start working on it next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.